Guess what I'm looking at right now?
What are you looking at?
We've just checked into our caravan park in Coonabarabran. This is our spot so far. We're exploring Dubbo because we're not going to the zoo. We've just been relaxing at the campsite, so I was trying to do some sightseeing. So
Isn't this beautiful? I love the sound of the birds.
do you like my mascara?
It is fabulous. One of these 90-second coconut rices. And I figure it's like ready to heat and eat. So I'm just gonna open it and pour it in and then mix it around and just heats the rice up.
Yeah.
You mix rice in with your curry anyway.
Yeah.
So
Sounds great. Good morning from a sunny Cobar. We've got some gourmet stuff going on here. And today we are driving about 5 hours to Broken Hill. This is kind of another novelty stay. We're staying underground. And that is our ominous pathway into the underground. So this is our hotel room. Made it to the Northern Territory. Okay, originally when I thought I'd be taking cute aesthetic photos in the Northern Territory, this is not what I thought I was going to be looking
there are a
like.
lot of flies.
The flies are back. Dude, they help so much.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We got a bunch of flies.
We didn't film too much when we were at Uluru because it is sacred and sensitive, and we just didn't want to be worried about if we were in the right or wrong spot. So we thought we would do this hike instead.
Too speedy for your...
And that's the view. Wow. View alert.
island like baby.
Nathan is working right now, but I had to come on here and just quickly show you our first croc. Here's another POV of the croc. This shit goes all the way down there and then up there as well. Welcome to our Airbnb for our final night on this road trip. It's miserable weather, but that's okay. We're still enjoying the cozy vibes.
I can't believe that was so long ago.
I know, feels like we're still on it, like we just finished it.
Yeah. Like, can you believe that we were not married? We were in Australia, living in a house with a car and a dog.
Yeah.
And
with my mom.
With your mom.
Yeah. We hadn't started any of our long-term travel yet.
Yeah, it was like the first long-term travel.
It was like our test run for travel.
Trial run, yeah. And I was trialing working while we were on the road. And we had that Starlink, which came in clutch.
We worked on the dashboard while we were driving, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just this like month-long high journey, really. Like, how do you even pick a best part, apart from the obvious landmarks? But like, it all kind of just, my favorite part was the last month.
Yeah, but we did have a top 10.
True, we had 5 things each.
Yeah, we were like, bit of mine, bit of yours, bit of mine.
Coonabarabran.
And
the stargazing.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was the first time I think either of us had looked through a proper telescope.
Yeah, we didn't get any videos really of that because it was pitch black.
Yeah, you couldn't really.
You couldn't really, but I did get some really sick photos of like the stars and stuff because it was so clear.
Yeah.
I get why it's the astronomy capital of Australia.
Yeah, it was cool to like point at a patch of black and see stars through
a sea of stars, like millions of stars. It was crazy.
I think you went straight to sunset Uluru photos.
Yeah, sunset at Uluru is definitely a core memory for me. It was so stunning, beautiful. It's really hard to top that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had my Starlink out on the front of the car. We had 2 camp chairs and I was checking the internet, checking work, and we were taking awesome sunset photos. I really enjoyed driving the flat road from
Port Augusta to Coober Pedie.
Yeah.
Because it was so flat and vast.
Just so incredibly flat. And later in Coober Pedie, we found out that Central Australia used to be underwater.
Yeah, it used to be an ocean.
An ocean, yeah. And before that was like a thriving forest millennia ago.
Makes sense.
And then I think Coober Pedie maybe the opal mining tour?
Yeah, well, that was one of my highlights, is the opal mine tour, because I've been to Lightning Ridge like 3 times, and I still learnt so much in Coober Pedie that I just didn't even know about opals.
Yeah.
Like all the different ways you can do opal mining, and the person who like runs the mine tours, his daughter was super cute.
So cute.
She did our little orientation, gave us our hard hats, and that was really cute.
Yeah, she would come up, like everyone's kind of milling around at the start, being a bit awkward, talking to their friends on their phone or whatever, and this girl's just going around being like counting everybody, and someone's like, "What are you counting?" She's like, "Shh,
stop moving."
Start again. And kept like sleeping on the ground, pretty creepy.
Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it.
It smelled very damp, very earthy.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. Kings Canyon.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Really enjoyed the hike, and then the campsite, because we had a powered ensuite cabin, so that was really cool. And then we had a fire, and there was a sunset bar, so we had a drink and we watched the sunset like over the canyon. It was just like a 10 out of 10 day.
And I felt more comfortable to film it as well.
Yeah, we didn't want to film too much at Uluru because there was a lot of sacred zones, and we also didn't really feel like, you know, taking our phones out to record heaps because it was just very cultural, very spiritual. It was just very like live in the moment kind of stuff. We got lots of photos and stuff, but that's easier because you kind of just and then put it away, as opposed to like being, sometimes it just feels a bit obnoxious, and it was just such a culturally dense situation that it didn't work out, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, there were heaps of signs that would be like, this is a culturally sensitive area, please no photos.
Yeah, and then you'd see tourists taking photos and videos, and I was ready to fight them.
I suppose we haven't really touched on Uluru, but I found Uluru really significant.
Yeah.
Like heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy, but not in a bad way, just
it was just
significant.
Super rich.
Yeah.
Super rich country.
It's funny, I don't typically feel like Australia is super rich culturally. I don't know if that's controversial, but generally, like, nothing's older than the fridge.
Yeah.
So, like, as a culture, we haven't established, you know, like rice or wheat as our core thing that we could grow, so we don't have this cuisine that revolves around rice or wheat or something. And so as a result, like, our buildings aren't that old, and our food doesn't trace back that far. It's all generally European and English. And to be in Uluru was something different. It felt like...
That's where all the culture is. It's like all condensed into the middle.
Yeah, it felt like this is a significantly old, ancient cultural tradition.
Yeah.
We're just peeking into, like, I felt like a foreigner.
They had like foods that were from the landscape, and it was just a lot more cultural than we're used to in the cities.
It felt nice. It felt like maybe this country does have culture, we're just ignoring it, like not listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's so whitewashed that you do lose that, you know, you don't really learn too much about Aboriginal culture and stuff like that. A little bit, but you go out to Uluru and you realise how much you actually just don't know, which is why I think it's super important to go and visit places like that.
Travel.
Yeah, travel for sure. We did the dirt road from Kings Canyon to Tea Tree.
Oh, yeah.
And that was...
Fight for your life.
The opposite of a highlight.
Yeah.
I literally had a meltdown. It was so scary.
It felt a bit G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Darwin was something for both of us.
Darwin was cool, yeah.
Because we did Crocosaurus Cove, which was definitely a highlight, because we were a little bit iffy about Crocosaurus Cove in the beginning when we got up, because it kind of looked like a kid's aquarium thing.
Yeah, it was $40 each.
Yeah, but we'd been recommended it by a friend, so we were like, we'll give it a try, and I'm really glad that we did, because it ended up being like really cool, and seeing the crocodiles up close in a safe way. I was very grateful for that.
But man, they are some seriously prehistoric creatures.
They're dinosaurs, and
Literally.
You know that, but then you see it and we literally thought the first one we saw was fake. We thought it was made of rubber, and then it moved. We were like...
Yeah.
Monstrous. Gigantic.
Monolithic,
yeah, it was crazy.
So they have this experience called the death cage, and you can get inside this cage and they drop it into the water, and then the crocodile plays with you. And there was this like sign explaining how the death cage experience is one of their best ways of mentally stimulating crocodiles, and that otherwise they're generally a bit depressed. And it's like, you know, we can give them all the safety in the world, but a lot of these crocodiles are problem crocodiles. They come from farms and things where they've had to live out the rest of their life here in isolation.
Except for two that are like married.
Yeah.
So like William and Kate or something.
Yeah.
They're like two crocodiles and they share a cage. But otherwise they're all by themselves.
Yeah. In between the lines, it was like these crocodiles are depressed, and the only thing that stimulates them and makes them not depressed
is dangling little humans in front of them.
When we put a human in a cage, and just imagine it's like that game when you go to the circus or the Echo, and you're like, there's that red thing on the ground, and you got the hammer and you're trying to hit the thing, and it like shoots the bell up and you're trying to get the prize, and how hard can you hit it? And the crocodile's like, I think I can hit it.
Yeah.
I think I can get the snack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did try to go to
not
Mataranka. It was Bitter Springs, and it was closed because there was a crocodile sitting right in the middle.
Yeah.
So instead, we went to Mataranka Hot Springs, which was still really cool. It was very busy.
It was right around the corner.
It was right around the corner. It was cool. And we also got to go to the Katherine Hot Springs, which weren't actually that hot.
No.
Which is
lukewarm.
Yeah, it was like lukewarm.
But next on our list, I recall for me was going from Mount Isa to Townsville and participating in a game jam.
Yeah.
And you were driving and listening to Miley Cyrus and having a little concert.
Yeah. Hell yeah, living my best life.
And I was furiously on my laptop with the Starlink on the dash, sourcing sound effects for our game, and I had earphones in, and I was like, whoosh, 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 bump, crash, trying to find the best sound effect for this game, and spent like, I think 8 hours or so, yeah.
And you did, you made a game in like 3 days.
We did, we made the game in 3 days. It wasn't just me, but yeah, it was a team of 3, and it was really fun and cool to see that, this Outback game jam. It wasn't an Outback game jam,
but
it was for us.
It was for you, yeah, it was really cool. And then we got to Townsville, and our friend is a pilot, and this was kind of a loophole for our 1-on-1 because your highlight was flying to Hamilton Island, but because I couldn't have the same one, my highlight was flying home from Hamilton Island.
Yeah.
Because I got to sit in the front, so coming back was really cool for me because I could see everything.
I have to say, I quite enjoyed sitting in the back. I feel like you got a good panoramic view. You could see the front and then the sides and then the back. Yeah,
and you can kind of like watch the pilot, like what they're doing and everything. And
yeah, shout out to Brownie.
Shout out to Brownie.
What a great pilot.
What a cool experience that your friend can just take you on like weird flex. Yeah. But okay, I'll take it.
And being on Hamilton Island obviously is awesome. We are terrible YouTubers and we forgot to record
a single thing while we were in Hamilton Island. Just not even one single thing.
None of it.
Yeah.
We made it back safe. We fixed the crack in the glass.
Yep, got a new windscreen. When we got home, so the last stop was in Harvey Bay, and then we, instead of going home when we got to Brisbane, we went straight to Merce Wellness Spa because we were having withdrawals, honestly. It had been a month since we'd gone in the hot tub, and it just couldn't go on that way.
But then, we zoomed ahead and we got married, and then we flew, and
here we are.
Now we're in Italy, and I'm sure there's more videos about all that.
Yep.
And we're still figuring out how to YouTube it all. Trying to remember to take videos of things.
It'll be 3 days later and we'll be like, what? So that was our first vlog. Hopefully our next videos will slowly improve as we practice and get better at this. But thank you so much for making it this far in the video. And I hope that you watch all of our future videos. Thank you so much for watching.
See you.